So welcome to Daly Black's podcast, The Brainstorm, here at the SRC Summit, and we are joined by...
Kevin Ebbs.
From?
So I'm the CEO and managing partner of Design Roofing, Design Solar, and Design Cares. So
Okay.
We've got two rolling companies as well as a nonprofit charitable organization.
Okay, awesome. So as a business owner, what has been your biggest pain point so far that you've seen come up over and over again?
You know, there's quite a bit, obviously, in this industry. It's extremely, a lot of moving parts. I think if I had to sum it up into the biggest one, time management is huge.
Yeah.
You know, when you get extremely successful in an industry like this, naturally what happens is you start to develop so many more clients, so many more leads. And especially in my position, the better you do, the more the people that want to come work for you. So then all of a sudden, you're going from being able to, directly manage these small things like all these different claims and all these different properties and these different, installs. And then you blink, and due to how you've been performing, you've got 50 guys, and ultimately that turns into 100 fires. And now all of a sudden you're playing firefighter. And I think the biggest challenge in this is being able to really manage and delegate at a good level, so that way you're not always tracking and spinning your wheels and not really moving.
Right.
But you're still being productive.
Right. So your job is essentially not necessarily a roofing company owner anymore, but a firefighter. You're just putting out fires left and right.
Firefighter and a business operator, and you kind of lose sight of what what got you there.
Absolutely.
And I think if you forget what got you there, you're going to go right back to where you were.
Right. So at Daly Black, we deal with a lot of underpaid, denied, and delayed claims. Do you have any horror stories or anything that you've dealt with in your company from that perspective?
I think if you talk to any owner of any contracting company, they all do.
Right.
I think every single one of them, obviously in different variations and different severities, but they're all going to be able to give you probably a list. They probably know names off their head.
Right.
So absolutely. I mean, you can think of quite a different scenarios with, a couple specific companies that are pretty consistent in how they operate and
right.
and the different hoops they want you to jump through. But yeah, I mean, we've had mortgage endorsements that took, 5-6 months. I mean, I've had property claims that we did 4 or 5 different supplements to try and collect, $10,000. I mean, we're talking about such small things that, you almost wonder why they put up such a fight. But then you remember at the same time, they have the resources.
Right.
They have the ability to do so. They have enough people, enough, attorneys on payroll or on retainer that are readily accessible to fight you in nickel and dime. And, I think what it's extremely important, when you operate and own a business in this industry is you got to know, they have those resources to do so they're always going to. I think what I've learned is they're going to challenge you to see if you're strong enough to fight back.
Right.
And if you're willing to put forth that effort and you have those resources,
Right, absolutely. And we had the pleasure of talking a little bit off this podcast about how a lawyer can help and everything. But from your perspective, how do you think a law firm or having a lawyer in your back pocket that you trust first and foremost could help aid in this industry for you guys?
I like to say my opinion is slightly biased because of what I've experienced, but I think I speak for most contracting owners, it's necessary. It's not so much a benefit, it's absolutely necessary. Because, again, with the biggest concern I found is your ability to really dive into your business, right? You're so distracted with all these things, and one of the biggest principles to be able to stay successful is to be able to delegate things.
Right.
Whether that's internally, like different management aspects, different leadership aspects, but you also have to understand the necessity of delegating externally. Like
Yes.
when you get those claims that are going to take up quite a bit of time, and they may be ones that you have a high priority on. So everything in your mind tells you, hey, I can work this. I'm talented enough, or I know enough. But the reality is, your benefit is elsewhere. Your benefit is in your company.
Yes.
So with an attorney that you have, that you trust, that you know is going to do work for you, he's going to be communicative with you, being able to really just turn that over and trust that that's done, that discipline that they're going to get it done right for you, and being able to almost kind of wash your hands with it temporarily and get back to your business. It's not so much beneficial, but it's honestly necessary to your growth and your success.
To be effective in the industry, absolutely.
Absolutely.
100%. Well, thank you so much for sitting down with us, Kevin.
No
I
problem.
appreciate it, my man.
Appreciate your time.
Thank you for your time, man.
Thanks.